filming a baby in America next year. Now, with all the twinkling lights and festive cheer, it's easy to see why Christmas brings out the romantic in even the biggest Scrooge.
But if you have your eye on someone, is this the best time to throw caution to the wind and make your feelings known? Well, author Caroline Grace Cassidy and Feargal Harrington of dating agency Intro Matchmaking join us now to chat about how to navigate the Christmas dating scene.
Yeah.
What is it?
It is kind of like that, isn't it?
It's approaching, and now, of course, it's December, so all eyes on Christmas. What is it about this festive season that gets us all a bit giddy?
No. Also, it's that freedom. People think that, you just go out, you have the few drinks, and people who you don't normally associate with, when you be that little bit off the hermetica, should we say, you suddenly have this different relationship with them, and that's when all the sort of trouble starts. Was you're just used to seeing them at the photocopier, now you're seeing them at the bar, you're outside having the cigarettes, so it all kind of.
You're talking specifically about the work party here now.
Christmas work party, yeah.
Because that is one time that you should actually probably be more sober than ever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no question about that.
And it never really works out that way.
No, it doesn't. Well, like it's just parties and romances per se, not just the Christmas party, I suppose. They're a very hard way to start a romance because, everybody has obviously had the few drinks and, it just doesn't, it's just not the kind of right place. You'd much rather just meeting someone somewhere else rather than the whole party deal. Does it ever really work? I don't really know.
You see, what's added into the mix, if there's somebody at work that you have any kind of an interest in, and you decide, well, at the Christmas party, I just might even take the first step.
Yeah.
The thing is, you're doing it in front of all your colleagues, so they're all going to know.
Yeah, and you forget, of course, that you have to go back to work in a couple of weeks.
Or in some cases, the following Monday.
Feargal, what do you think on this one? Do you think when it comes to Christmas, you should really proceed with caution if you're on the lookout for a mate?
I think definitely go for it. No, I think, you're going to be looking your best. You want to make sure you're filling the calendars up, accept all the dates and accept all the appointments and sort of the parties that you're invited to.
Say yes.
Get yourself out there and just really put your best foot forward. It is a very difficult time, though, of year. It's the most lonely time. We're busiest at Christmas time, obviously, in the lead up to Christmas. So people just really want that special someone, but it's so hard to meet. So you can apply almost a little bit too much pressure on yourself than if you do, as you mentioned,
really?
wait for the work party.
You've seen an increase in people coming to you at this time?
Around the Christmas time, and vouchers and everything else for family and friends that we buying it for their
presents.
Yeah.
Now you mentioned family and friends there. Are they really friends or enemies when it comes to finding a mate?
In the research that we did, it was, I think, 55% said that they were promised a sun, moon and stars by family and friends, but didn't follow through. So what I would say is to go out. If people are recommending a double date, definitely go out there, do it, because it can work out. It's just all about practice as well. Some people are just a little bit out of practice, so the more you go out, the more you put yourself out there, the more you're looking your best,
See, that's the thing with the whole party thing as well, why people feel they can do it, because you aren't really yourself, you're you're out, you're having the few drinks and you're feeling more confident, So that's why something like your business is amazing, that, they actually make two people who are very compatible go on a date, so it's easier.
Yeah.
And you're right about everyone looking their best. Like people do get, the Christmas
Apart
dress.
from the onesies that are going around now. Have you seen this new trend? Last night in town, everybody, with men and women, were dressed in onesies. Yeah. This is the Christmas fun.
Oh, well, like a bit like the dodgy jumper. It's
exactly. Now it's the onesie. Yeah.
No, that could get a bit awkward.
No, they're not wearing slippers with the onesies.
I always wonder when these men go to the bathroom, what must that be like?
Yeah, well, it's the same as it is for the women when they get hot suits.
Exactly.
And they head to the bathroom too.
Now you know.
The intro is, it's almost back to the old dating agency thing where you're meeting people face to face.
We meet everyone face to face. Yeah, we've got offices there on Dawson Street, so they come in for about a half an hour, 40 minutes. You tell us about yourself, previous relationship history, and what it is that you're looking for in a partner. So we concentrate on hobbies and interests, characteristics, what it is you are looking for, what traits that you are looking for in a partner. And then basically we add your profile to the secure database, work on your behalf then to match based on your criteria.
Okay. Well, the two, you've just mentioned one keyword, which is secure database.
Yes.
The other thing about meeting people face to face before you say, okay, well, we're going to see what we can find for you, is that they're 5'6" rather than 6'4".
That's the thing.
And there's I imagine a greater level of honesty.
Well, there has to be. We check passports. We're sitting in front of people. We're having a good long conversation with them about very in-depth details about their lives. So it's not intrusive. It's not too much, but it's you can definitely tell if a person is genuinely being honest.
You
know?
have all that now, and you've the joy of that within a dating agency. When you're out and navigating the jungle, you know, it's...
And it is a jungle.
It's a jungle out there.
It is.
I imagine. But, you know, that's when it's hard to decipher things. And I imagine with a Christmas party or Christmas scenario, or even if it's not work-related, if you're just all out with the girls and the guys, it's hard to kind of find... you know, the jewel amid
of course,
everything else.
But even
going
I think,
on.
like, if there is somebody in the office that you really like the Christmas party could be an opportunity to say, hey, we should go for a drink sometime, you know, and just plant that seed rather than, like, you know, drag them underneath the mistletoe and do whatever, you know. So that could be an idea just to pursue, you know, for a further date.
You're an author, Caroline, of romantic fiction. So would you think that's the best way to go about the romantic build-up, the sort of, you know, intonation there, the little dropping a hint here or there rather than going in for the plunge as you say onto the mistletoe?
Yeah, you know, and everyone needs to watch themselves, as we said already at the Christmas parties. You know, you can't really go that mad. Go and have a few drinks and then by all means go off and meet friends and do it. But I think something just like, you know, would be really nice to go for a drink after Christmas or in the new year, and then they know, and if they don't ask you out again, then you know, thank God I didn't go for it there and make an absolute fool of myself.
The other thing about Christmas is, and if you, let's say you're seeing someone for a couple of months or not that long, suddenly Christmas happens and there's all the presents and the gift giving and the couples things that goes very much hand in hand with the season as well. That can be very difficult for people, can't it?
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, but what we are finding as well, there's a confidence level or a confidence issue in some parts, because when you're in the pub situation or there is someone that you really are attracted to, more and more, well, time and time again, men have been shattered. The confidence levels have been shattered by being turned down. So it's a fear of rejection also, more than anything else. So that's why if you are being approached and it's maybe not attention you really are looking for, we just advise just to be as polite as possible, because it takes so much courage.
Women can be hard as well.
Oh, big time. Well, it can be quite intimidating if you're a guy on your own. You maybe haven't got as many wingmen as you did before, and you're thinking, will I, won't I? So Dutch courage happens to get a bit messy. And
you brought up something as well, because as people get into the 30s and 40s, they have less wing men and less wing women. So they may be going out on their own.
That's why we started,
So if you are, as Caroline suggested, making an approach to somebody that you've got an eye on at your Christmas, in work and at your Christmas party, and suggesting a first date, do you go to the trouble of arranging the first date or making suggestions?
Oh, we arrange it. We literally will contact you about a profile. We'll, if you're agreeable to meet that person, if you feel that there's a lot of boxes.
But will you arrange the social environment?
Oh yeah, we book every restaurant. We book the table, and we booked under our own personal names, never under the company name Intro. So you're not really worried that it's going to be that everyone in the street knows.
Is there still the stigma about using
No,
dates?
it's totally gone. And we're getting more and more men coming in 2s and 3s, friends. And 1 in 3 now of the members that are joining are from word of mouth, which is great, because 1 in 4 are ending in long-term relationships, which is good. So.
Okay. Of course, you've just brought up the thorny issue. You know, we're talking about, you know, what if you've seen somebody in work that you might have an eye on? What if somebody at the Christmas party makes a move towards you and you do not want this to happen?
Unreciprocated.
You have to be.
Well, again, I suppose what your point was there is be firm but polite, obviously, you know, just I'm very flattered, but
just think about what's going to happen after Christmas when you're back at the desk in January.
Exactly.
Or perhaps we'll talk when everybody's sober.
Yes.
Or just look for a new job.
You have a book out as well, Caroline, When Love Takes Over.
Yes, the paperback is released today, actually, yes. So really good read for Christmas.
Nice stocking filler.
Yes, nice stocking filler. Thank you, Martin.
Good. Well, let's hope
and
Love
very
takes
seasonal
over
cover
for
as
some
well.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Very
Yeah,
seasonal.
it's a
Lots of
really
great
nice
Christmas
seasonal
colour
cover,
in it,
yeah. So I've done the Bernardo's book as well, which is out, All I Want for Christmas, which Paul I know is in as well. So that's a really nice read. There's loads of different Christmas stories in it, so it's lovely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, people can buy both.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you both very much for coming in
Thanks
and
for having us.
navigating us through the dating
best of luck with
scene of
Intro.
Christmas.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. People can find you online, but it isn't an online service. You do want to point that out.
Exactly. I think the number is there as well on the screen.
Good.
So
Thanks, guys.
Fantastic.
Brilliant.
All right. Thank you. Now, don't forget, if you've missed